how long could you do a job for if you weren't learning anything new? How long could you stand it for if you knew you weren't learning anything? If you were just cutting up chickens or making metal components? Now, it would drive me mad after a couple of weeks, and I did it once actually as part of my apprenticeship. I made washers for 6 weeks, and it absolutely drove me mad. By the end of the 6 weeks, I was desperate to get out of there. Now, I'm glad I did it because I learned a lot about what it must be like, and I've had immense respect for people who do repetitive tasks ever since, because they do it somehow they stay sane. And I know I just couldn't do it. I believe that we have a built-in need to learn things. I think it's human nature. It's like a survival trait, isn't it? The more you can learn, the more suited you are to survive in your environment of uncertainty. So it is a built-in need that we have. So the question is, what are you learning? How much can you learn? What do you want to learn about? And I think learning is particularly important now that we're in the knowledge economy. Nowadays, how much you learn absolutely affects your ability to earn money and your ability to have security of income as well. And there are lots of places you can learn things from. So you can learn a lot from just YouTube, which is free. You can obviously learn a lot from courses, and they're not expensive. If you think, why would you not pay 10 or 20 pounds or dollars to get a course that's going to give you a skill that you can use for the whole rest of your life? So online learning has to be a great place where you can pick up useful skills. But there are also books, either on Kindle or paper. So why would you not be reading business books? I'm always amazed when I meet salespeople. I quite often say to them, what's your favourite sales book? And they go, oh, I don't know, I've never read one. And you think, but that's your life. You know, imagine if you read a sales book and it just taught you one new thing and it meant that you just closed one more deal per month. That would transform your life. So you absolutely should read books on whatever you earn your living doing. And it might be negotiating or selling or management or creativity or whatever. There are also local evening classes, and sometimes you'll find those on interesting subjects. And if you think about what you're going to learn, any kind of learning will make you happier. So it could be languages. I personally think that Spanish and Chinese are probably the two languages that it would be really great to be able to speak. They're the most populated languages in the world, and they're the most fast growing languages. So why would you not learn Spanish or Chinese if you're interested in languages? But you could also teach yourself coding, because people who understand coding are always going to be in demand. But you could learn fun things like cooking. Then there are all the business skills like selling and negotiating. Why would anyone not know about those? Because you might not be a full-time salesperson, but you're always trying to persuade people to do things. And that's really what selling is. And negotiating helps hugely in your personal life. So why would you not learn about that? And then maybe there are DIY skills, something like plumbing, which would be useful. And of course, all of these things could lead to side hustles. So as well as your day job, you might want to earn a little bit of money on the side doing other things. And it could be translating into or out of Chinese, or it could be doing a bit of plumbing. As soon as you learn about things, you'll start to have ideas about how you could earn some money from them. So you get a double happiness there. You get the happiness of learning something, but you also get the happiness of having an extra skill that you can use, which makes you feel more secure and allows you to achieve all sorts of other interesting results. Whatever you learn about is going to make you happy. And it could even be something really obscure, like antique model fire engines. And I know someone who's an expert on antique model fire engines, and he makes a lot of money buying and selling them on eBay, but also he loves them. He finds them fascinating anyway. So if you can learn about anything that you love, the chances are you could convert it into some sort of income if you wanted to. So my question for you is, what are you going to learn about in the coming, let's say, year, and where are you going to get that information from? And then make sure that you do go ahead and do that. You should always be learning, always be building your mental power for the future.